probably wondering why there is a paper form puppet of Salvador Dali in my hand. I don't know why you're questioning it, but it's because he has inspired me in so many ways, but especially for this video. The Polly Tee dress, the Tammy dress, and the sleeve extension pack launch at the end of April, and I thought rather than just doing my normal way of promoting it and advertising for it, which those two words are literally the same, I thought instead I would like to do a stop motion animation with paper puppet dolls. And the reason is because I want to show all the different ways that you can customize these two patterns. So you can change the sleeves, you can change the neckline on the Polly Tee, you can make it shorter. There's unlimited things you can do with these patterns, and rather than having to try and make loads of different dresses and potentially wasting fabric, I'm going to do a little stop motion animation. And I'm not totally new to stop motion animation. So a couple years ago in Catford, when I was working for a school's trust, I created this stop motion animation, and it was to try and inspire kids to take action in their schools about climate change and just all good things like that. And I think I did really well. And that was a like 3D puppet, and like the faces changed, there was sound effects, there was like actual like little rooms that I made, and it was all right. And to be honest, I'm just so excited about this. It's something different. It's not sewing. Let's go. And of course, with a project this big and detailed, I needed a tool that could really help me organize everything. And that smoothly leads me into today's sponsorship, which is Milanote. I am very lucky to have been sponsored a few times by Milanote, and to be honest, I think I've said this every time, even if they weren't sponsoring, I would use the tool either way because it is so handy for people like me who get very overwhelmed with ideas. It is the #1 tool to organize my projects. So I'm going to show you exactly how I use Milanote to create and organize my ideas. For this project, I started off by selecting the creative brief template. Once it was selected, it was really easy changing the text and the elements so that it benefited me and the way I work. Did you know that Milanote offers over 100 built-in templates under various categories to help with any creative project, whether you're a fashion designer, an architect, or a story time teller? You are guaranteed to find a template for you and your project. To start, I began adding photos to my board, things that inspire me for this project, along with my aims and goals. In order to keep on track of my tasks and within set deadlines, I created this little table with dates and an option to tick off any things to do. You're able to just drag the element and add the notes anywhere on the page for those little quick thoughts that you just have to write down. I quite like that it's scrapbooky, but more environmental because it's all online and just not loads of paper just everywhere. I have to say, one of my absolute favorite things about Milanote is the way you can completely customize your boards. You can change the color of the background, you can change the color of the text box, the columns, the icons, little things that bring me so much joy. It just makes the planning stage of this project just a little less beige. And then for further organization, I actually arranged my ideas into several subboards, all with a different purpose. We've got mood boards for the doll, the studio. So if we go into the storyboard board, I selected the storyboard template, and I didn't have to do much altering of the template at all. Like, I've got all of the shots here, and it was really easy to upload my images, really easy to change the text and the dialogue. There are loads of elements that you can also add to your board. I am planning to do some audio over the top of the stop motion animation to try and explain what is going on, and I'm also going to add some sound effects. I've actually created a music and sound effect playlist, and then I've just literally just dropped that element into this board, so if I want to I can just double click on it and it will just come up and it's all there, all organized. I head to the mood board for my doll. As you can see here, I used the mood board template and uploaded a bunch of pictures, added some little color swatches, just things that are going to really inspire me for the making of this doll. One of the really cool features is that you can draw directly on top of images. How cute is this? I got some pictures and removed the background, and you can add that onto your board and it just looks so snazzy. Did you know you can actually find images in Milanote? You just head to add image and then you simply just drag and drop it into the board. One of my favorite features is the Milanote clipper tool. I started to gather a little Pinterest board. If you head to the image that you want, and this is pretty much on any image online, and on the top left there is like a little Milanote clipper. You click on that, save it to the board that you want it to go on, you just drag and drop it. But what's really cool is that if you click on that image, it takes you to the source of that image. I knew that I wanted to go to the range to pick up some split pins for the doll, little home, little like paper pieces. So I went onto the website, clipped the link and then just pasted it there. So then when it comes to actually buying the things, I can just click on it and it's there for me. In the how to do stop motion board, I used it as an opportunity to gather some research on how to do this whole project. You can literally play the videos like on the screen, which is great because I don't have to click on all the different tabs. I don't have to have loads of things open. It just feels really organized. I can just play the video right here. Say I wanted to make this a collaborative project. It's really easy to share your boards with anyone who wants to view or edit or leave feedback on it. I can just head over to the comment icon, drag and drop it, then ask any questions or ask for any feedback. Super handy if you have quite a few people working on one project. I fully recommend that you get the Milanote app. I can literally see my whole board right there as I see it on the screen. And like before, it's really easy to just edit on the go, which is super handy. I can't fault it. This has been such a fun project to organize, and now I feel like I've got a really clear idea of how I'm going to go ahead with my project. Finally, Milanote is available for free with no time limit. Just sign up for a free Milanote account using the link in the description, and if you enjoy using Milanote, let me know in the comments. But enough planning, let's get making. I think I have everything. I've bought split pins, some like vintage looking butterflies, paintbrushes, some like really thick sturdy paper which isn't really for watercolor, like there's no mention of it, but I'm hoping that should be fine. Got some of this because this has got like flooring and like wallpaper bits, so that can make up the studio. A utility knife, I was going to call it a Stanley knife but it's not, it's a utility knife, a scalpel which is going to give me nice fine cuts. And yeah, and in terms of scale, I'm going to go for the same size as this and use this as like a template, which is very handy. Thank you, Dolly. I'm just going to kind of crack on and I think maybe make the studio bit first and then we can work on the doll for scale. Or should I do the doll first? Let's just do something. I'm just gonna try and figure out how much of the area I need to fill. And one of the stop motion animation films that I was watching, like a little how-to video, she had this like drying rack and then put the camera like that. And I really like that idea, so I'm going to try it and do that. And it also gives me a bit more control rather than having like a tripod. So I bought this and I'm just seeing how high. Whoa. I thought maybe the little like slats would be too narrow, but I can clearly see the image underneath. So you just need to give this a bit of height. We're going to have to fashion something here. I'm going to have to turn this table around. This isn't going to work. Thing is, I have an Xpenny tripod that does the exact thing that I'm looking for, but I feel like I don't have a lot of control if it's like here. I'll just be like pressing and I want to like see it. I really don't know how I'm going to do this. I need to think. There you go, I can show you what it now looks like. So that's how much space I've got to work with. As you can see, there is a tiny bit of the storage thing, but I don't mind. I'm actually really chuffed with that. I'm actually going to go straight on to working on the paper doll. Just it gives me an idea for like scale, and also I'm impatient and I really want to do some watercolouring. So I am going to do that. This is coming along nicely, but I'm going to change her hair colour. I put it on my Instagram and I said, should I change it to pink hair? And yeah, we're going to change it to pink hair. But look how cool this is. So I've made like a little seat and she can sit there. And then if I move this about, it should, I mean, it's not totally to scale, but leave me alone. But I did do like a little cut here, and if I pull this up a little bit and then slide the what will be fabric, see, it looks like she's sewing fabric. Okie dokie. So yeah, I'm going to change her hair colour, paint the last bits of the scene, and then I need to print off like a little mini Polly T and Tammy dress pattern like cover, because she's gonna like hold it in my storyboard. What else? I need to create a little mini tea towel, which looks like that little teapot one. But yeah, all the pieces fit perfectly fine, which is really good. I had to make a little adjustment to the neckline because it was poking out on the Tammy dress, but it's looking really good. The only thing is, because I don't know if it's just because of the paper that I'm using, but it's flicking up. So I'm going to, once I've got all my pieces, I'm gonna iron it and hope for the best. Watch me iron it and like ruin the whole thing, but we shall see. I'm actually going to start doing the stop motion because the sun has miraculously come out, and I think I've got probably about a couple of hours to just do it. And yeah, I think I'm just going to go with the storyboard, and if I need to make stuff on the spot, then I will. I think blue tack is going to really help because even though I've ironed all of the pieces flat, because there's like the little pins, I feel like it's still going to like come away from the paper and create shadows. So I think blue tack should really help me here, but we shall see. I ended up adding some little tattoos to this girl. I say this girl, but it's clearly kind of based on me because I do have that jeans, I do have this top, and I do have pinky corally hair, and I actually do have a tattoo very similar to this. It's my project, it's fine. So obviously you can't really fully see the whole screen because of this, but that is fine. I mean, I might try the tripod, maybe. I don't know yet. I might try the tripod. I think this is working better. But if you don't have a massive tripod, then this works perfectly well. So, fab. I'm going to start making the stop motion animation. This is Tiffany. She's recently purchased the Polly Tee and Tammy dress sewing patterns by AFRAYED Upcycling. Both patterns encourage you to use a tea towel and secondhand textiles. How fun! And for full customization, she's also bought the sleeve extension pack. She rummages through her secondhand fabric stash and finds the most perfect tea towel, but she's feeling indecisive with all the different things she can make with the patterns. So let's go through some options. Maybe she'll go for the Polly Tee with the square neckline and ruffle sleeves, or maybe the puff sleeves. Or maybe she'll go for the bishop sleeves. Maybe a different neckline would be good. Or how about no ruffle and make it into a mini instead? Maybe we can make a Tammy dress instead with ruffle sleeves. Or maybe one puff sleeve and one bishop sleeve. Actually, yeah, maybe no ruffle for this one. After much deliberation, she has decided on the dress she wants to make, and look at her whip it up. She is so pleased with her final dress and has even taken a picture and tagged AFRAYED Upcycling. Thanks for watching! Well, I have had so much fun doing this stop motion animation. And yes, it has taken me about 4 days to do it, to edit it, get all the sound effects, and I'm really pleased with the result. Something a little different. It's not just sewing and showing, it's just something a little quirky, and that is me all over. And I've also dipped my toe into another little craft, and that is paper doll making. It's been so much fun. So if you like tuning into a channel where you don't really know what you're gonna get, then maybe hit subscribe for me. It really does help, and if you can, please like and comment and give me your feedback, but just be nice, please. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.